Ladies, gentlemen, welcome back. And today I've got a little gameplay with some fun units, and ended up being a really nice game. And it's been a little while since I've done one of these, so I thought it was about time to bring out a little bit of gameplay, full game footage. So we are starting off with the Claymores. So as requested, let's take a little look at those boys. So we're starting off with the Claymores, also known as the Bald Channing Tatums. We've just done a video on these, so I won't go too much into depth with them. Not much changed apart from one doctrine. But if we go into the doctrines, we have the Epic Combat Doctrine on the Claymores. That's interesting. I'm kind of regretting it slightly now. I would have preferred to put this on the Silar that we'll see later on in the video. But I was really into the Claymores at that point, and yeah, now I'm sort of getting the downside of them. But nonetheless, we have them on there, and we bring them out for this battle. So we've got the Epic Combat Doctrine, we've got a Unit Damage Doctrine, Highlanders, Siege Fighter, and a Epic Slashing Doctrine. And then Vectory Line, we are still looking top, extra damage. They're already tanky enough when you pop for freedom. So that for that 15 seconds anyway. So I just want to get as much damage out as possible. And their stats, 13,600 health, really low defenses, and there's 20 of them, and their slashing and slashing pen is okay, and their slashing damage is okay. So let's get on with it. So I just had to skip the start because we're just running around. It's kind of boring, but I noticed this guy coming to the ladders here, and my little trick I love to do here is let them put up the ladders and then put your character looking like you're looking away, you're AFK. So I stand my character there and I just turn my camera so I can watch him come up the ladder, and to him I am AFK, I'm doing nothing. This guy's over here kicking a ladder. He thinks, okay, somebody can just turn around and we can get straight on him. And it's it's quite a nice little way of tricking someone into trying to come up a ladder. So yeah, obviously just the start of a game. They've just got their towers up, and we are going to try and get the Claymores in for a little bit of fun. I have been enjoying the Claymores, and they definitely are good if you use them in the right way. But they take a bit of micromanaging and a little bit of know-how on what fights you're going to win, and how sort of internally counting down in your head to be like, right, I've got about 4 seconds left of their for freedom, and I need to be getting them out of there soon. And the biggest downside is they are terrible if a hero's in there. As I said in my Claymore video, it's worth a watch if you're new to Claymores or haven't played them or want to see a bit of gameplay with them. Here we're going up the stairs, and I'm hesitant because I'm like, this hero's being too sort of formal with it, and yeah, of course he was baiting in a treb. That guy's poor Iron Reapers completely wiped out for no gain at all. And I see some Jav Sergeants here. I'm going to send the old Claymores in to intercept them, but actually the guy with the woodcutters did a great job of basically using his woodcutters to let the sergeants get away. But if you've got peasants, that is literally the way to use them. Just use them as meat shields to protect other people's much more valuable units. But we do get some of them. We get a few. I see this chain dart up there. I don't know if he saw me, but we get a few hits on him and knock him off the edge. I don't know how he didn't die. He must have got caught on a ledge or something, but I wasn't too bothered because I saw these Orochi around here, and they're much more valuable. The problem is that I didn't have full freedom here, so my Claymores do take a little time to actually get these Orochi down. Claymores are useless without full freedom. They'll be killed by heroes easily. It's not good. Here I noticed the full freedom's coming off cooldown. I see this guy coming around the corner. I'm like, okay, I need a few more seconds. Let me just move them over here, and now we're going to move them back in. Now it's off cooldown. Pop them in. Full freedom's hit into a Claymore strike, and we can actually do some half decent damage. Some of them are getting immunity and stuff from that doctrine. That's nice, but again, I'm regretting putting that doctrine on these guys. It was a terrible mistake. And now they've gone into sleepy mode. I'm panicking because the enemy team is coming around that corner, and my Claymores have decided to go for a little walk. I try to charge them to get them here quicker. I'm trying kind of everything to get them out, and luckily we do actually manage to get them away and still hold on to 20 of them. But yeah, that will be the end for those. I was kind of had enough of doing 15-second fights and having to move them out before they go sleepy. So now we are going to be changing to the Mr. Silar that I have been having a great time with. A really good time. Just wish I had this doctrine on them. I just wish I had the doctrine. The healing would be so nice. But what we'll do now is we will take a look and see what my victory line is and my doctrines are. And now we move on to my Silar that I've just found a big fondness for. A big fondness. I'm having a good time with them. As I said, with the Claymores, I'm really regretting not putting the Epic Combat Doctrine on these guys, because I think these guys will be one of, if not the best unit to put the Epic Combat Doctrine on, just for how quickly they hit, because they multi-hit things. For some reason that seems to make the Doctrine proc more, as you saw in my the Doctrine video I made. These guys were kind of top of that list anyway. So yeah, we've started bringing these guys back, and the doctrines I got, nothing special, just a blue breakthrough. Silar Doctrine just gets them over to me faster. I thought I just put this on slashing defense doctrine purely because Onimusha are everywhere. I thought, you know what, that's these guys' biggest weakness is Mushas, so I was like, a bit more slashing defense isn't going to hurt. We have a siege fighter, and we just got a blue slashing doctrine. As soon as I get myself some lotus water, I'll be removing that doctrine over to these guys. So yeah. And then in terms of victory line, I go top with these guys. I want to have Decapitate off cooldown and doing as much damage as possible. Bottom line is good. I literally changed it just before this video. I was bottom, and I got it because of this skill right here. Attacking has a chance to grant immunity to being dazed. It's not as good as it sounds. It really isn't. 10% damage reduction as well is negligible. So top is 100% the better. You get like 15% more damage on Decapitate there, 15% there. So an extra 30% between those. Cooldown reduction, attack rate of attack increase, slashing damage, more cooldown reduction. So, and these guys are dealing with 13,000 health. There's 24 of them, and their defenses are pretty good. Slashing defense is almost 900. That's really nice. Slashing damage is okay. Slashing pen, if in an ideal world, I'm going to put a slashing penetration doctrine on these guys and bring that up, just because there's a lot of imperial spears that I think would help to have a bit higher slashing pen. So yeah, let's get into the Silar. Okay, here we go. We're going to start off with a little bit of fast forwarding, just because there's a lot of running around, kind of figuring out where the enemy are. And I look at my map and I see that they are up top, off to up here, up on the side there, where they normally kind of chuck Shenjis and chuck bombs off the top there. So we're going to go take the Silars up there, and we come across some glorious little mace sergeants. Obviously not a huge amount of leadership up here, but I know the Silar should be able to handle the mace sergeants. Even though mace sergeants are awesome, and I love mace sergeants, yeah, they should do a good job against them with their Decapitate. We do lose a few. We lose, 3? But the mace sergeants obviously can't handle that burst damage that we can push on them. So they are out, and that takes us up to a nice kill count at the moment, and a good first little skirmish. I mean, I'm not celebrating too much. It's only mace sergeants. If you're new, by the way, mace sergeants really worth going. I've got a video on mace sergeants as well. Probably the most important unit for a new player, just to get those fully masteried and stuff. So just give him a little heal, because I feel this is again why I want the doctrine. I know I keep going on about the doctrine, but just to have a bit more sustain in fights for these guys would do them like incredible. Would do them incredible. Like it's yeah, it's the only issue is they can get clapped by Mushas, and they do run out of health very quickly. So having that little bit of extra healing for them, meaning I could be in the fight a bit longer, would be really nice. So we're just going to hide them behind here. This is a nice little spot, obviously away from Trebs. Initially, whenever I'm running a gold, I have this really bad habit of being way too sort of playing it way too safe with them, and then in the end I get them killed stupidly because I haven't done anything with them. Then I push them into a stupid situation, and yeah, if you guys have been playing, you probably know the same. You have a unit you really like, and you don't want to lose it straight away, and then you find yourself playing it really badly, playing it too safe, and then losing it. So we've got a few guys pushing up here. I'm just having a look what there are. Some nice Iron Reapers disguised as peasants. And this short sword, long sword tried to charge me down, but did the little Skylark trick. And he has the lovely Iron Reapers, and idiotically makes a trip round the back, gets kicked, gets Skylarked, and gets killed. So now we have his Iron Reapers that are beautiful, and we're just going to slap those up. Easy food for my Reapers, taking it up to 83 kills, and that is some nice leadership. That's some nice leadership. We've still got 21 units left. We're going to send them back to the supply. As I said, yeah, like you really need to keep getting these guys back to the supply after engagements, because they do lose health a lot quicker than they should do for something with such high defense. But I guess that's because they don't have a shield, so they can take damage from arrows and bullets or muskets really easily. So nice and healed. Now back to the hidden location and waiting for the next engagement. I'm looking at the mini map right now, and yeah, there's a few in here. I'm a bit scared of those flamethrowers because I know they'll be the end of the Silars really quickly. So I'm going to try and get in a little shuriken throw and see if we can wipe those out. I think some good man there got a scorpion down and managed to do a bit of kills. We're going to get these guys out of there. They were on the way anyway. There was Mushas behind. We'll lock this guy down. We're not going to kill him though. Heavy armor. Me versus heavy armor, unless I'm directly behind them the entire time, I'm going to do absolutely nothing. And if any dual blades are out there wondering why I'm taking Skylark, it's because the bleed. Because there's so many heavy armors and shields at the moment. The bleed is really strong, and the low cooldown with the little dash, so nice, so nice. So that's why I'm running Skylark. Butterfly is still a great option. This is just kind of, I'm enjoying running Skylark much more these days for some reason. So again, this is going to become a trend. I don't really need a heal, but I'm sending it back just in case. It gives me a chance to look around the side there and check if anything's coming. And this is like your typical siege, isn't it? Like when you know, it's very easy to clip these videos to just show you the action, but personally, whenever I watch sieges, I actually like to see the entire thing and kind of, I don't know, like commentate through it, and yeah, go kind of try and get my thoughts of the time. But we've got a good bit of engagement coming up here. We've got some Imperial Spears that I think these guys are going to struggle hard with, actually. Yeah, well, they are. Imperial Spears have such high defense that I will probably hit them for about 300 apiece with these Siladars. Really not that much. The main thing with Siladars is you've got cover commander, but you don't want to fight them on cover commander. You want to put them in with their with their sort of close formation, and then decapitate on anything that isn't a shield, and then use the other one that's Death Strike, that's it. Death Strike is very much more for killing shields, and you see right there, like, we were at 21 and now we're down at 13 pretty much instantly. Just takes one thing to kill these guys. They are not they're not that tanky, so yeah, if I could get that little doctrine on them, make them far more tanky. Gonna get at this. You also notice that I keep getting random heals from assists. In this video I was just testing out the dual blade other rune, and basically what that is every time you get an assist or a kill on a hero, you get 15% of your health back. Initially, when I first saw this, when we first found out about the runes, when this season came out, when Sendoku came out. I thought it was terrible, and it isn't great. I mean, Dual Blazer runes at the moment are pretty terrible. But I mean, I'm just using it because a lot of it, this is a outlier of a siege. In a lot of sieges, I'm frontline anyway, throwing shurikens, so I might as well be getting health back. So they're coming in the side here, or coming in the front, and I'm just tagging the map because I think a lot of our guys have got a bit gone out there to try and kill them all around the side. Start melting these peasants, I believe. I'm not sure if they were potentially pike militia or just some normal pikes. And then I see these mooshes just around the side here, just in the middle. And we do actually manage to land a lot of hits on them, a lot of kills. But unfortunately, half my stack turns its back, and yeah, they take a bit of a beating from the mooshes there, unfortunately. But we took the stack out, and that's great. We've definitely got the value out of these guys already. But I decide I could go back for a unit at some point, or I could just run with my 6 and see if I can make these guys last. And yeah, we're just going to run with the 6 for the rest of the siege and just see if you can make 6 Silar work. And actually, it works pretty well. I was pleasantly surprised how good even 6 of these guys can still be after this. But yeah, at the moment, in terms of streaming, YouTube, Conqueror's Blade, just literally preparing for Nightfall season. If you're watching this and we're already in it or past it, I hope it was a good one. It's looking good. I'm very excited, very prepared for a new season, and obviously a Western season. So I'm excited to get back to the normal sort of knights and shining armor again. Silar does take out those stalwarts pretty easily, retreating stalwarts, so hit them from behind, very nice, easy kills. It's just with the Silars, the AOE is what gets me. Like when you click decapitate, there's a chance on every unit to do a swish, and it does actually incredibly good AOE. So we've got paladins here. We're going to just see if we can sneak to the side of them, get a few of my 6 left in there to get a few. We pick up a nice amount, just adding to the 148 kill count at the moment. Yeah, basically I think at this point the other team is out of the game. They're low on units, and we are just we're going to push them back to the sea in a minute, I reckon. It's it's over. We've depleted their troops, but we might as well hang around for the the slaughter. This is probably the reason why I think they should add a surrender button. If they were going to add a surrender button, the way I'd want it to work is your whole team's unit count must drop below 200 before you can vote to end the game. So once your unit count is dead and gone, then then you can finally put a poll out to all the other players on your team, let's surrender. That I think would be the best way to go about it, and then it would stop situations like this. I mean, I'm not complaining because it's good for me, but it's not great when it happens to you. So yeah, we just decapitate that longsword there. We got a Maul hiding on the roof. He jumps off, tries to get a little swing. Actually, he doesn't try. He does get his little swing in. His maelstrom. Immunity maelstrom. And then we've got some marmalades here. We're going to go in for another little slice. And this is only 6 of them, and they're still putting out incredibly high damage. Just AoE. I mean, it's not like each hit isn't particularly high. It's like 1,800 to 2,500. That against shields is actually pretty good. But it is, it's very respectable, and it's hitting multiple things. We got mooshes in here. We're going for more of a decapitate. We get a few more in there, getting up to 160 kills now, taking out a few more heroes, and this is now becoming lambs to the slaughter. Unfortunately for these guys, I do feel for them, but I cannot resist a few easy kills. A little assist there to grab that healing, and yeah, it's always a sad point, but there's always a point in time where one team gets to do this, the pure annihilation. Another assist, another heal. I have actually been enjoying that rune. it has been nice because it means I just use my bandage way less. And there was a lot of times where I didn't actually manage to stack up enough of the other rune. The other rune basically increases your slashing damage percentage every kill you get. So yeah, I'm just taking this one for now. Now coming into the last 20 seconds, we'll see if we can pick up a few more kills in this sort of end of the game lamb to the slaughter. We pick this guy up. Silar on cover commander have a bit of a slow swing. It's not that fast, so you're much better off to actually move these guys over and death strike. I just use them on cover commander to basically make them follow me because they get a bit of a speed boost. But that spells the end for the game. Unfortunately, we didn't get MVP, but we did get a secret vault that I always do because it's quite nice to get silver and just little bonus items. And Silar's 1 hero, 97 units, and 793 kill score. So really nice for them. Claymore's 53 and 339 kill score. So good for them too. Really fun game. If you like this sort of content, guys, I'd really appreciate the sub. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.